Good morning and happy Mother's Day. We are starting off our day comfortable with those temperatures a bit on the cooler side than what we saw yesterday. We will be spring-like today, which is good news for us because we're expecting a heat up by the end of the week. So we do also have a slight chance for showers. Nothing widespread, nothing that's going to dampen any of those Mother's Day plans, but you might see maybe a passing shower if you are northeast of Houston for this afternoon. And then that summer-like heat returning going into the middle of the week. So as far as your Mother's Day planner, temperatures remaining in the low 70s by 10 a.m., 74 by 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 76, 77 is going to be probably our high for today. Maybe 76 in some locations, but 20% chance of showers with those northwest winds at 5 to 15 miles an hour. So a perfect Mother's Day in store for us as we head into the next few days. Well, we will see those warming conditions take place. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, highs in the upper 90s for Wednesday. That's going to be the warmest day of the week. Our record was at 93, 94. It is possible that we could break some of those high temperature records as we head into the middle of the week. So just keep that in mind, that we are going to be suddenly feeling like summer and move away from the spring-like conditions that we've been dealing with, because models are just not showing any cool downs for the unforeseeable future after we deal with today. So highs today, 70-degree temps, especially from downtown to areas off towards the east. We might see some cooler conditions off towards Liberty, Livingston. We're still being influenced by a low pressure system that's currently spinning over Louisiana. So like I said, stray showers likely, mainly northeast of town. We're already starting to see maybe a shower moving into Livingston, even Cleveland. So areas east of 45, likely to see more of those isolated showers in the picture for us. And we did see a little bit of a stray shower move through downtown Houston about maybe an hour ago. But right now, rain looking likely to just be well to the northeast. You're able to see where the center of that low pressure system is. It was over Mississippi and Alabama, even kind of closer towards Georgia, maybe yesterday and the day before, but now it has shifted back over towards closer to East Texas, and you're able to see all of those showers that are just surrounding that low pressure system. And that's really the cause of, we're on the outer edge of that here in Houston, and that's going to be the cause of the showers and the cloud cover, but it's also giving us some cooler temperatures. So as you're able to see here, we're seeing that northward, that southward motion. So that's giving us those north winds that are causing it to be very comfortable outside for the time being. But we're also able to see that with the upper level winds. You're seeing where those winds are spinning, especially you see the center of that low over Louisiana, and that is really giving us a fantastic Mother's Day, even though we could see maybe a few showers in the picture, especially Livingston, Cleveland, like I said, northeast of Houston, likely to see some of those drizzly showers. Nothing widespread. We might see more showers move in as we get closer towards maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. Drizzling conditions, very isolated in nature. We're still giving it a 20% chance of those showers for this afternoon. And then once that low moves off towards the east, we will start seeing building high pressure that is going to bring us some mostly very sunny weather, hot and humid conditions. You can call this a heat dome. We've called it that in years past, and that's what we're going to be looking at for the rest of the work week, especially from Tuesday and into Wednesday. So how hot is it going to get? Likely to see some 90-degree days in the future, and they're going to last for quite some time. Tuesday's looking likely to be our first 90-degree day. High of 91 in Hobby, Bush Airport 92, 92 in Tomball. Might still remain in the 80s out in College Station, but Wednesday, the center of that high is going to be over Houston, and that ultimately is going to bring us even much warmer conditions. So temps are going to get up to about 95, 96 degrees. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually make it up to 97 degrees, and that's going to last for Wednesday and into Thursday. And so Wednesday, if you thought it was hot here in Houston, take a look at those highs out west. 104 from Austin, 108 for San Antonio, 101 for Waco. Definitely, this is summer-like conditions of what we usually see in July or August, more so August. So you might want to just have it in the back of your head that we need to start being hydrated, maybe start implementing those heat safety measures. Look before you lock. Just keep in mind that a car gets significantly warmer and hotter during sunny, hot days like what we're about to see. So just implement those safety measures, have them in the back of your head for this week, because we are going to be warming up significantly, and the Climate Prediction Center is calling for above normal temperatures to last at least through May 17th and May 21st. which ultimately means that we probably aren't going to see any cool downs like we're seeing today after today. So highs in the 90s, looking at the 10-day high temperature trends, we might make it down to about 93, 92 for Monday and Tuesday of next week, but it is just going to be warm and humid, especially for the next 7 days after today. That's when the warmth is going to once again ramp back up. Summer making its early appearance, as always, as it does here in Houston for this time of year. And it starts this week after today. We're going to be about 84 for Monday, 94 for Tuesday. Mostly sunny for much of the week. Of course, that high pressure system, when you have a high means dry, that really is going to keep those rain chances out of the picture. But we're going to be just warm and humid, especially for Wednesday and into Thursday of the week. So starting off right now, we are seeing very great conditions. This is taking a live look out in Galveston. We're seeing perfect conditions for today. We're expecting those conditions to remain mostly just a bit on the less breezy side. Water's looking quite calm out there. We're starting to see those winds pick up just a bit. Palm trees a little bit blowing in the wind, but temperatures are going to be a bit cooler. Out here in Houston, 64 right now. We are 4 degrees cooler than what we were during this time yesterday. Winds out of the west-northwest at around 3 miles an hour. So some of us are actually dealing with clearing for today. And if we do get that sunshine, that's only going to make our temperatures warmer for the afternoon hours, but not too warm. We're only going to be up in the upper 70s for today. So hourly planner, 73 by 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 75. But as we track the forecast, coolest day of the week so far for today. A slight chance for showers for the rest of our Mother's Day, but then that summer-like heat is what we're really going to have to be keeping an eye on for the next 7 days. But a gift to all the mothers out there. Fantastic weather here in Houston as those temperatures are going to be in the 70s. Hit or miss cloud cover. We might see some peaks of sunshine like we're seeing right now over downtown Houston, but just keep in mind that areas northeast of town are likely to see that 20% chance of showers. No storms, just a light drizzly shower that's going to be falling down for this afternoon. And so just keep in mind, highs significantly warmer this week. We might get up to 97 for Wednesday. This is breaking high temperature records for this time of year. And so suddenly summer-like conditions to be in the picture, at least for the rest of our week. So definitely 70-degree temps expected to be no longer in the picture, only in the overnight hours, but it's going to be mostly humid. And like I said, today's going to be a little bit cloudy. We're seeing some clearing, those clouds moving south of town, but northeast of Houston, along I-69 Cleveland, Livingston, already starting seeing some showers moving into just north of Livingston, but just keep in mind that more of that rain chance, even though it's isolated, is going to be northeast of town. And this is all thanks to a low pressure system that's over Louisiana. And this was way out east. Now it's shifted back closer towards East Texas. You're able to see more scattered showers and more downpours near Tyler, just south of Dallas. And we're on the outer edge of this low pressure system, and that's ultimately giving us mostly calm conditions for today, cool temperatures as we're seeing those north winds. We're on the good side of that high. If you're on the opposite side, if we were over Mississippi, Alabama, they're dealing with the humid conditions with those winds moving off from the Gulf, but we're dealing with those northerly winds, and that's going to keep us mostly comfortable for today. But just a slight chance for maybe a shower or two northeast of town, Livingston, Cleveland. Could see some of these showers moving into Houston later this afternoon, but nothing widespread or nothing that's going to really damper any Mother's Day plans if you have them outdoors. So as we go into the next few days, like I said before, high building across the Gulf. That's going to bring in that Gulf moisture, sunny conditions, very hot conditions. Wednesdays are going to be where the center of that high is going to be closest over Houston. So Wednesday, Thursday likely to be one of our hottest days, and we're going to see that first 90-degree day as soon as Tuesday of this week. So practice those heat safety measures if you are out and about, because it's going to be sweltering out there for Houston, and we're going to see temps maybe likely in the triple digits for areas out west along the I-35 corridor, especially 106 for a high in San Angelo, 112 in Eagle Pass. Goodness, it hurts to really be talking about that this early in the season. But above normal temperatures expected to last. No cool downs expected for the unforeseeable future after today. So enjoy the cooler conditions for today and tomorrow because it's going to be starting to become hot and humid for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and 90-degree temps to last at least through the next 7 days starting on Tuesday. And it's looking likely that we're not going to see any of those cool downs for quite some time, at least maybe until we end the month of May. So it's kind of this is a sign that we're heading closer to June and summer here across southeast Texas. And so just definitely keep in mind and practice those heat safety measures as we head into the start of our work week starting Tuesday and then Wednesday. But a fantastic Mother's Day expected, highs in the 70s. Can't ask for a better forecast for us here across Houston for Mother's Day. It's a gift to all mothers out there that we are seeing those cooler conditions for this afternoon. And as always, we are tracking the latest on KHOU.com and on the KHOU 11 app. And you can definitely find the latest weather updates on those platforms. And we are definitely keeping you up to date with the latest weather trends here across the Houston area. Again, I'm meteorologist Chris